Hey guys, well, my GPS speedometer came. I ordered it on the 1st of September. It came on the 13th, so that was 2 weeks, not too bad. Um, each one is custom in that the faceplate, you know how you want that, the colors, everything is custom, so I thought for 2 weeks that wasn't too bad. So let's take a look at it. Okay, there it is. You can see it's pretty thin. It has a bezel on the back here that unscrews. So that should make mounting pretty easy. Like I said, this is about a 1/4 inch diameter wise smaller than a stock Harley speedometer, so we're going to have to get a little creative of how we're going to mount this in the dash. But I think what I can do is I can maybe spot weld a piece of sheet metal into the underside, cut the hole out for this, and then using the bezel I could probably fit that in there. Now, it may not fit exactly up in here, but I'll get a piece of rubber or something like that and just figure out how to do it. I'm sure I will. What else is in the box is the antenna, and this is magnetic. It's black, thankfully, so my fuel tanks are black, so I could probably set this up on the top. It's pretty small, so I don't think it'll be too noticeable. You notice it has a pretty long lead wire on it, but these were actually designed for automobiles, so you know, that's why that cable is so long. You know, which brings up another point, and I didn't think about this when I ordered this speedometer, is I'm not sure this is waterproof, or water resistant at least. Seems like a pretty tight fit up here, but you never know if it's I looked in the instructions and I looked online and it didn't say anything about being water resistant, but if it isn't, I'll make myself a little booty for it, you know, something I can carry around with me that if I get caught in the rain I can, you know, put it over the top of it and maybe keep it dry. I'm in SoCal, so it doesn't rain too much here, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you live somewhere else where it rains a little bit more, that may be something you want to think about. Okay. Also in the box was a couple of cool Speedhut decals for the toolbox, some flyers, and the instruction sheet, which is pretty straightforward. If you look down here toward the bottom, you'll see there's a digital display, a readout here. And that's got some nifty things on it. You get, there's a trip meter, of course, with a odometer. There's a clock, elevation, a digital readout of your speed if you want that, direction, peak speeds, and two kind of nifty things, a 0 to 60 miles per hour speed, and a 1/4 mile trap speed. So we'll probably play with those a little bit. Okay. Also, there's different kind of lighting, two different types of lighting in here. There's an overall kind of a lighting, LED light, a backlight, and then the needle is also lit. So to make that LED light work, it comes with this inverter, so that takes all the pain out of hooking that up. And the rest of it is just some more wires to hook up your power. Power is pretty simple. It's just ground, power, and the lighting. And oh, it also has one other thing that's kind of interesting. Well, two other things. The reason, if you've ever tried your cell phone with a GPS in it and tried to use that as a speedometer like I did, it's laggy. You know, it doesn't, sometimes it cuts out, sometimes it lags, and so it's not very reliable. And the reason for that is the antenna inside the cell phone is what's called a passive antenna, and it just doesn't pull in the GPS signals well enough. The antenna that comes with this one is a active antenna. In other words, it's powered. I believe that's how it works. and it really sucks in the GPS signal a lot better than any little antenna that you may have in your phone. So that's why, of course I haven't tried it yet, but they claim, Speedhut, the people who make this, claims that you'll get zero lag in the needle as it records your speed. So we're looking forward to seeing if that works. It also has another little thing. You know how when you turn on a GPS, sometimes it takes a minute, 2 minutes, sometimes longer to acquire a GPS satellite. With this, it has a hot lead, which goes directly to your battery, so that that part of the GPS that acquires the satellite stays hot all the time. So in other words, it's always got the satellite. So that way, once you start the bike up and go, it starts registering your speed right away. Now, there's nothing else on my bike that's hooked up to my battery full time like that, so I'm not sure I'm going to use that. Now, that's just an option. If you don't want to hook that up and have this hot all the time by being connected to your battery, then that's optional. You don't have to have it. So I might try it both ways. I might see. They say it doesn't drain the battery. It drains the battery very minimally, but I don't know. Just the idea of something draining my battery bothered me. Okay, so it's Saturday morning. It's been about 100 degrees here in LA the last couple of days, so we're out here pretty early. We're trying to beat the heat. And I'm going to go ahead and try to mount this morning. And then with any luck, I can shoot a video later of us going down the road and seeing how it works. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so here it is mounted. I think it looks pretty good. And like I said, this diameter is a little bit smaller than a stock Harley speedometer, so I had to get a little creative with it. And what I did was I made a plate to sit in there, and I was going to weld it, but I was a little worried about blowing a hole through this because it's pretty thin. And I also used an aluminum plate, so it would have been dissimilar metal, so that would have been a problem. So what I did was I used a 2-part epoxy on the plate, and the bezel holds it in there, and it's in there pretty good. So now I just have to wire it up and see how she goes. Okay, got her all installed. There she is. I'm kind of under a tree here, so I don't know if it's going to acquire. But we'll see what happens. I powered it up. I know the lights work. They're kind of dim. They're too dim to see during the day, but they work fine. And the installation was pretty straightforward. No problem, just messing with that mount, getting a way to mount it was kind of a deal, but we got it. So let's see what happens. Some kind of problem here. I think I got a wire doing something weird in here, but okay, it's acquiring. All right. Good to go. like it's working okay. The trip meter is on 0.4, so that's working. Needle movement seemed pretty smooth. So far, pretty happy.
Well, the good thing is it works. The bad thing is my epoxy job there didn't hold, and I could see why. There just wasn't enough purchase. You know, there wasn't enough of it that was actually epoxy. So I'll go back to the drawing board on that. But all in all, it works, and it's pretty smooth. I didn't notice any lag in the needle, trip meter, and all that works. So pretty happy with it. So I just got to mess around with it, try to get it in there a little better, and go from there. All right.